Lucy authors, and welcome to this level 1 video where I'm going to show you how you can develop the content for your project by editing text and images. So let's jump straight into Elucidat. Here you can see I'm in one of my existing projects. I've got my structure set up with my chapters and my pages, but none of those pages have got any content yet, and that's what I'm going to add in now. So to start, I'm going to select the menu for my first page and click Edit Page. This has brought me into the authoring area, which as you can see is still part of the overall pages section. Here I could also make changes to the page layouts if I wanted to. I can preview the project and I can change the device that I'm looking at it on, which I'm going to come back to in a little bit. But for now I want to talk to you about how you can add content and edit content. And here, as you can see in the authoring area, as I move my cursor around, each of the different elements highlights and gets a blue box around it, and in the top right hand corner you'll see these pencil icons. Everywhere you see this icon, it means that you can make an edit to that element. So for example, if I want to make a change to my title, I'll click the pencil icon relevant to it, and up here has come up with some tools that I can use, and I can click into the text box and write my title. The pencil icon has become a little tick, so I check that, and that's my title set. You'll see that the Save button has also highlighted, so I'm going to save that now. The Save button will highlight every time that you make a change. You don't have to necessarily save every time, but it is important to do it regularly. Next, I want to upload some images to my page, so I'm going to find the first image element, select the pencil icon, and this brings up a menu. There are a couple of different things in here. The most common one you'll want to use is image, so I'm going to select that. And this gives me two options for adding an image. I can either upload one from my computer or add one from the library. First, I'm going to upload one from my computer. This works in the standard way, so once you've found the image that you want to add in, just select it and upload it. This will incorporate the image into Elucidat, and then there are a few different ways that you can treat that. So you'll see here there are different image modes that you can use. Cover means that the image fills the space with no gaps, but it can also mean that the image is sometimes bigger than the space. Another option is Contain, so that the entire image is visible and there's sometimes some space around it. You can also have it so that you set it to Fixed, which means that you can manually change the size of it like this. Finally, you can set it to the original size, but in this case that's far too big. So I'm going to go back to set it to Contain so that it sits nicely within my image area. I can also move it around that area if I want to with these controls, so you've got quite a lot of flexibility here. I'm just going to check that, and there it is sitting in its frame. To upload the next image, I want to do that from the library, so I can select it here. The library contains all the images that have been uploaded to your account, whether that's by you or one of your colleagues. It's a really great tool for reusing images between projects, and also if you have a graphic artist working separately on it, and so they can upload all of the images at once. So I'm going to select this nice image here, and as you'll see I can add that, that's added it in, and again I can choose how I want that to appear within the image frame. So I'm going to set that, and I'll do the same on the third one. There we go. Once you're happy with the changes that you've made on a page, you can move on to another page, and you can either go back to the Pages area and select a page that way, or use this drop-down menu. So I'm going to move on to the next page. It's given me a warning because I haven't saved that page, which is always nice because I do sometimes forget to save and continue. And there it's telling me that that has been saved. This is a different sort of interaction, but as you can see, the editing works in the same way. As I move around the page, the elements highlight and I get these little pencil icons in the top right hand corner. So for example, on this screen, the learner will click on the different tabs to reveal different images and different text, and that's how you edit it. You'll see here this first tab is selected, and this is text 1 here appearing here, so I can make changes to that if I wanted. So I can double click in there and write in some text. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Again, check it, and then once I select the second tab, you'll see the reveal text for this has appeared and I can edit that in the same way. So as you can see, whatever page type you're using, it's really just a case of looking at each of the different elements, looking out for the pencil icons and editing the text or the images as suits your project. I'll just make that save. And finally, I want to talk to you about the device view. This is really useful as it shows you how the content will be presented on different devices. So you can either manually change what the device screen size is, or you can select from some common examples here. This is really useful if you know that your audience are going to be using a really wide range and you want to make sure that the content looks best on all of them. And also if you know the very specific device that people are going to be using, so you can design within that device layout and make sure your content is optimized for it. So to close, I want to leave you with 3 top tips. Firstly, spend some time familiarising yourself with the different edit controls on the page, whether they're for text or for images, and always keep an eye out for the little pencil icon which will tell you what you can control. Secondly, it's a great idea to use the asset library to reuse images, video and audio from other projects to make sure that you're being efficient. Finally, you can choose different image modes to change how your images display on screen and make sure that it's looking just the way you want it to. So thanks for watching. In the next video, we're going to look at how to set up a brand style. I'll see you there.